welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore Redo. So if you paid attention to what I put up on our channel page the other day, I'm kind of just going through sourcing out all of the pre-recorded footage as I kind of have reached my limit for Minecraft at the moment, so yeah. Other than that, so to start off, I built a forge to smelt some extra stuff that I got, extra ores that needed it, but apparently I don't have enough forge. Decided to go down to the caves, do some caving. Then there was too many mobs, so I kind of picked up one of the bows that I had dropped and enchanted it. I enchanted the sword as well and made myself a full set of diamond armor. Went back down to said cave and decided I'm going to go light it up now. I believe I was shooting at a creeper up there, or another skeleton, one of the two. I go up here and light it up, have a little sleep, and head back down here. At this point there's a skeleton, he also has an enchanted bow, and I do apologize, I am terrible with the bow. Good thing it has infinity on it. I'm trying to be overly cautious here and light up the area while also clearing out everything that's here. So it does take me a while. Especially when there's multiple skeletons shooting at me from different angles. I slowly start thinning out the population, head out, go get something to eat, smack a few pots, don't know why, and head back down. Now that I'm done killing everything, I'm just going through and mining and lighting up the place, because why not? There's actually quite a bit of resources just sitting here for me to collect, so I just collected all that. I found that there was a mine shaft here and decided I was going to go have a look. At this point I realized that there is cave spiders, which I am absolutely terrible at dealing with. So I decide I'm going to mine and try and find another way in to get closer to the spawner and break the spawner. So I found one part where I did break a spawner, because I think there was like 3 or 4 in the one area. But yeah, there was tons of cave spiders. And they hurt terribly. So I gave up on that approach and went on the other end to the open mineshaft, found a skeleton spawner, lit it up, cleared it, and looted what I could in the available part of the mineshaft that was open to me. I went and had a little sleep and decided I was going to finish collecting whatever resources I needed to collect. I also wanted to kill the glow squids to get glow ink sacs, and decided I was going to head out and harvest stuff from my farm because everything had grown. And then put everything that I didn't need in the composter to try and get some bone meal. I made some capture crates here because I am going to go grab some villagers. Go and visit our sniffers, which is Snilly and Snaffy. Go through and just start terrorizing the village and breaking workbenches and grabbing villages that I need in the process. At this point I decided I was going to make a second half to my little trading section. The first half I don't have any footage for, it got corrupted unfortunately. So that's a pain in the butt, but at least the second half we can see me making. And just like that, all our villagers are in their little holes. At this point too, I realized that I wanted more villagers than what I had, so I had this nice hole that was sort of just here, and I wasn't planning on doing anything with it as of the moment. So I started clearing it out, because what we were going to do is make it as a villager breeding hole. Very, very basic. Finish putting the glass on, and just like that we start putting in the extra beds that will be needed. Kind of wanted to do a pattern here. I don't know why, it didn't really matter, but I did anyway. Made some more capture crates because we're going to have to go get some more we're going to have to go get the villagers so we can breed. I caught 4 and headed back into my little enclosure and released them. I then made some bread and tried sectioning it off for the villagers, but it didn't go quite well. As you'll see, I'm back here trying to split them evenly. I then go and give Snaffy and Snilly a torchflower seed so that they can give us a little baby snifflet. I was so excited I couldn't wait to put the egg down. I then went on a tree sapling planting sort of spree because I was going to want to use lots of different woods in different builds that we were using, and I had tons of saplings left over, so I was like, let's just place them all. I then decided it was time to go and get some obsidian. I have a diamond pick, so why not use it? So the first set of obsidian I'm getting is from the Better Nether mod, and I decided to collect this because I was like, we could make a fancy portal. Not really sure at the time if I could use both that and normal obsidian, but I come to find later that I can. I then go and find the nearest normal obsidian ruined portal I could find and mine that up so that we could have normal obsidian as well. Also got the Who's Cutting Onions achievement. At this point, all of my building, well, most of my building footage in the replay mod has gone really skew-if, so I have to do it this way, unfortunately. But we can see me using the Lightmatica mod and going through and doing all that. Now, I did turn on auto place mode, so it makes it easy for certain areas that I can't reach, but I turn it off when I don't need it. I didn't realize until halfway through building the building here that I got all that fancy obsidian just to have it covered, so you're not going to see the different two tones unless if you really, really look. This took lots of resource gathering, and I'm very grateful that I happen to have been smart enough to put birch trees near my house so that I don't have to go so far to get them. Also, all of the fancy builds like this one and such that will appear in the episodes, I will put the original person who built it in the description. And just like that, it is done. So I decided to venture into the nether and see where we spawned. We spawned inside a quartz geode. I had a quick look and decided I don't think I'm quite ready for the nether yet, and went back home. After we put a waypoint to tell us where our portal was, otherwise I would get very, very lost. I then decided apparently I wanted to go back in, and I decided tunneling to see where I could go and what I could find along the way. Found some cincinnaite ore and some quartz, which was great. I also found gold. I also found out that bangnium ore in the nether actually explodes. Unlike in the overworld where you can mine it and it doesn't do damage. In the nether it very much does. I grabbed some lava and I decided I was going to head back home. I then used that lava to build a little lava farm. Then I decided I was going to go back to the skeleton farm and make it an actual functioning farm. But I didn't want to use the normal bricks that are normally used in the tutorials, so I decided to use deep slate bricks instead. I do have to apologize for some of the blocks looking funny. If they're a modded block, for some reason replay doesn't, like, it can't pick up the modded block, so it just puts in random blocks like this, and it does make it look quite odd. I do apologize. At this point, I'm trying to funnel the water like it says in the tutorial, but I am struggling extremely hard to do that. So I just find another way to do it. And then I start heading on down to the underneath area where we will funnel the skeletons into, and where I'll have a chest set up. I fill in the walls so I can have an enclosed room. I later on eventually go and cover up those caves the best that I can to try and influence more spawning. At this point, I'm realizing the way that I built the farm, the skeletons can continue to shoot underneath, which wasn't what I wanted. So I do eventually fix that. I go back home and decide to put mending on my pickaxe, because now, with having a skeleton farm, I have a way to get EXP. I go back down and place down a lovely waystone that I then call Skelly Farm. And decide to mend the mending on the pickaxe. Then also decided later on to put a waystone out near the lava farm so that I have access to that and to my inbuilt mine system.